Hello? Hi? Dinig ba ako, guys? Okay, kung rinig ako, sige, let's start. May mga magjo-join naman dyan after, maya-maya. So, welcome everyone. I hope you're all safe. Netong bagyo, sana lahat kayo safe. I hope your families were safe. And I hope you understand rin why we had to postpone our third part of the training session. Kasi iAdvertise wanted muna for all of you to spend quality time with the people dearest to you to assure your safety, to assure your family's safety. And if may mga nasalanta, now we are here to help and sana okay lang kayong lahat. Okay? So, but for now, sige, the learning never stops. Let's begin with our training. Okay? So, this is the third part. Medyo meron tayong 1 week delay. Dapat last week pa tong part 3. But this is one of the hardest or yet most challenging parts in acquiring clients because our topic right now is how to reach clients. But first, before we tackle how to reach these clients, magkaroon muna tayo ng kaunting refresher from our second session. Kasi in the last session, we tackled how to reach the different types of clients, how to approach, how do you approach the different clients that we cater. Kasi diba, we discussed that we cater to aspiring content creators, yung mga baguhan, followed by we also cater to influencers, itong mga influencers, and then we also cater to brands, and lastly, the agencies. So first off, for the aspiring content creators, let's assess our strength and their weakness and what is our approach to them. Balikan lang natin, pasada lang. So again, we offer numbers. Diba? We offer them numbers, and then our weakness pagdating sa kanila is that wala silang budget. Remember, they're just starting. So, hindi pa nila kayang mag-invest ng malakihang bigay, kumbaga. That's why our approach towards them should be, let's offer them the lowest rate in the package. We satisfy them and let's make sure that they get the next package. Kasi these are startups, mga takot pa itong mag-invest. So the best thing we could do is earn their trust and build them until they become big in the platform that they want. Next is the influencers. How do we approach the influencers? For the influencers, it's pretty simple. We rely on our strength. Doon tayo sa kung saan tayo malakas. Numbers, resulta. Yan ang gusto nila eh. And then, ang weakness natin sa kanila, we're too good to be true. Masyadong maganda yung offer natin. Masyadong simple. Parang sobrang dali naman. Kasi these are digitally educated people. Matagal na sila sa industriya, matagal na sila with numbers. And isa to sa mga weakness natin kapag kausap natin sila. Now, our approach to them should be towards their competition. Kasi sobrang daming vloggers, napakaraming influencers, naglalaban-laban yan para mag-advertise ng mga brands. So, if you're a brand, ang pipiliin mong influencer, ang babayaran mo, yung pinakamadaming followers, yung pinakamadaming subscribers, pinakamadaming views. So the digital competition is too big. They're fighting for views every day. And let's become their fairy godmother. Sabi ko nga last week. Parang ang mangyayari pagdating natin, nasagot lahat ng pangarap nila. Diba? Kasi the bigger investment, the bigger number, mas marami silang makukuhang brands para mag-invest sa kanila. And then next, so we'll talk about brands. So, diba? For brands, we offer numbers. 100%. Yan naman lagi eh. Pero ang weakness natin, sketchy tayo. Ang tagal na ng mga brands, tagal na nila sa industriya. Pero, paano tayo makakatulong sa kanila? That's their biggest question. And, of course, ang gagawin lang natin dyan, this is our approach. Instant virality. Sobrang hirap maging viral ngayon. Suntok sa buwan yan. Kahit paid promotions, especially kung organic, sobrang hirap mag-viral. And they have their own marketing teams, malalaking marketing team, pero you cannot guarantee virality. And only iAdvertise solutions can do that for these brands. Next are agencies. Sa agencies, ang weakness natin dyan is still sketchy. Parang brands lang. Kasi malalaking companies na to eh. Pero the approach is basically KPI. All these agencies, they have their clients, their brands, but we're not competing with them. Diba? When we talk to them, what we're gonna tell them is, hey, ilan ang kailangang views ng client mo? Ilan ang gusto niyang subscribers? Sige, ako bahala. Parang ganun. So, hindi natin sila kalaban kahit we're also a marketing agency. Gagawin nila tayong kakampi para yung client nila mag-invest ulit sa kanila kasi na-meet yung key performance indicators or yung numbers. Gets? So yan, quick refresher lang para matandaan natin yung mga pinag-aralan natin in the last training session. Now, let's go. Let's go deeper into iAdvertise. Now, ang talagang kailangan natin malaman yun is how to reach the clients. Diba? Alam natin sila paano i-approach, pero paano sila aabutin. Diba? So, ganito. Facebook Ads Manager. Facebook Ads Manager is gamit na yan pagdating sa mga e-commerce, gamit na gamit ang Facebook Ads Manager. Pero that is the leading lead generation platform for all businesses because of its ability to target audience and look-alike audiences. Meaning, kapag kilala mo kung sinong kausap mo at nilagay mo yan sa Facebook, dadalhin ni Facebook yung content mo sa kung sinong gusto mong makakita. So, ikaw, kung gusto mong makita ng aspiring content creators, influencers, brands, or agencies yung content mo, target mo sila. Maabot nila yan. Okay? Diba? Nakaka-excite kasi ang dami nating pwedeng i-reach, dami nating pwedeng i-target. Pero may parameters yan at ituturo ko sa inyo lahat yan isa-isa. Merong misconception na to promote, kailangan mong mag-boost. Diba? Pero para sa akin, I have 4 years of experience in Facebook marketing. Boosting, I don't advise you to ever boost your posts again kung magta-target kayo ng client. Kasi boosting has a default setup for engagement. But engagement will not translate to sales. Kasi ang boosting, titingnan lang niya kung sa content mo, sino mga magla-like, sino mga mag-share, pero hindi niya tinitingnan kung sinong bibili ng content mo. Yan ang advantage ni Facebook Ads Manager. Kasi kapag mayroon kang Ads Manager, pwede kang mag-set ng objectives, diba? Mag-determine ng KPIs, more leads, quantitative returns. Meaning, makikita mo kung sino talagang bumibili ng produkto mo. And yan ang gagawin nyo for iAdvertise in order to sell. Diba? So, instead of boosting, kung iniisip nyo mag-boost kayo ng post, gagastos kayo for boosting para makakuha kayo ng kliyente, scrap that out of your head. Use Facebook Manager instead. Okay? And I'm gonna teach you just how maya-maya. So, using Facebook Ads Manager has 5 simple steps. First, you set up a Facebook page. So kayo as iWatchers and representing iAdvertise, ang gusto kong gawin yung default page nyo is iAdvertise.yourname. So magiging para kayong mga super sales people. Alam niyo sa Toyota, yung mga ahente ng kotse, meron silang sarili nilang Facebook page. Pero under Toyota, ganun lang din ang gagawin. iAdvertise.matt.trainer.lee, ganun. You set it up, and then you set your budget, you identify your objective, identify your target market, and lastly, set up your ad. Okay? So, ganun lang siya kasimple. 5 simple steps, pero isa-isahin natin, himayin yan lahat. Setting up your Facebook page is pretty simple. Alam nyo na kung paano gawin yan, di ba? So, let's proceed to step 2, setting your budget. When you set your budget sa Facebook Ads Manager, makikita nyo yan. Makikita nyo to sa screen nyo kapag nag-setup, pag kailangan nyo na mag-set ng budget. So, meron kayong dalawang choice. It's either lifetime budget or daily budget. Ang difference niya is pag lifetime budget, walang bawian. Pag natapos yung ad nyo, hindi nyo na pwedeng extend. Gagawa na naman kayo ng bago. Yan yung lifetime. So, pag sinet mo ng 500, hindi yan lalampas ng 500 yung gastos, pero wala nang bawian. Paano pag effective yung ad mo? Tapos hindi mo na pwedeng i-extend. Wala na. Gagawa ka na naman ng bago. Ang preference ko when I run ads are daily ads. Kasi kapag daily ads, pwede kang mag-extend. Pwede mo siyang i-on, pwede mo siyang i-off. Trial and error. Ganun naman lahat eh. Sa negosyo, sa sales, everything is about trial and error. So I suggest you as iAdvertise agents who will create pages, your own pages to get clients, set your daily budget instead of lifetime. Kasi pwede nyo naman sila parehong i-on and i-off. Pero kapag naka-daily budget ka, ang maganda dyan, it's optimized. So pag nag-set ka ng 200 pesos budget daily, hindi yan gagastusin ni Facebook lahat. Yan yung maximum mo. Pero everyday, pwede ang gastusin lang ng Facebook dyan. 80, di ba? 100. Pero ang may reach mong tao, mataas. Pwede umabot ng 1,000. So I advise you take the daily option. Next, identifying your objectives. Isa to sa mga hindi sineseryoso eh. Pero isa to sa mga pinaka-importante. Kasi in everything you do, when you know your objective, pag alam mo kung anong kailangan mong gawin, magagawa mo siya eh. So step 3 is you first have to assess ano bang gusto mong makuha out of your ad. Mapupunta ka sa page na to kapag magsiset ka na ng objectives. So you have choices, awareness, consideration, conversion. Kapag brand awareness, engagement lang yan eh. Reach. Okay, malalaman nilang may iAdvertise na nag-o-offer ka nito. Pero what else? Ilalike lang nila, i-comment. Di ka naman kikita sa likes and comments ng mga tao. Consideration. Nandito tayo sa stage ng consideration kasi gusto natin ng leads. Gusto natin mas maraming taong mag-message sa atin para makausap natin sila. So, i-maximize natin. Nakikita nyo to? Yan ang pipindutin nyo. Messages. Kasi kapag may messages, pag kinlik ng mga tao yung ad nyo or ng target market, mapupunta sila kaagad sa messenger. Meaning, meron kayo ngayong opportunity para makausap sila. And ma-sales talk. Yan, isa yan sa mga pinaka-crucial na part here in iAdvertise. How do you talk to your clients? Okay? Once you click that, at least nakaset yung messages nyo. You know your purpose, you know the purpose of your ad, you know your budget, you know how much you want to spend every day, you know where your clients want to go, which is Messenger, para makausap nyo. Now, what's next? Messages. It allows you to interact with your prospects and give you the opportunity to persuade them. With messages, hindi ka mukhang bot na para ang robot na kausap nila. It will give or add a personal touch to your selling. Mas tao, mas authentic gusto ng tao. Now, moving on to step 4. Step 4 is probably one of the most nakaka-enjoy na part in setting up your Facebook ad. Kasi it's identifying your target market. Ito, ginagawa ko to during my early days in e-commerce. Every time I run an ad, nagdo-drawing ako. I draw my target market and then I write his characteristics, his demographics, his gender. Kasi you can all label that when you run your Facebook ads. And that's very important kasi may budget ka nga. Alam mo kung paano sila, alam mo yung purpose ng ad mo para mag-send ng message. Pero pinapadala mo naman sa maling tao. So wala rin. Wala kang matatanggap na message, sayang budget mo kapag hindi mo alam kung sinong kausap mo. And that's very important. Here's a screenshot of how it looks like when you identify your target market. That's audience name. For example, you make the audience name iAdvertise dash influencer. Influencer is your target market, and then you create a custom audience. Ang dami mong pwedeng baguhin. Custom audience, location. Asan ba mga influencers kadalasan? BGC. Lagay mo na kagad dyan, BGC, Makati. Ibig sabihin, pag sinet mo yun, ang mga tatamaan lang na influencers or na tao are from BGC and Makati. So, dun pa lang, nakapag-zero in ka na sa lugar. Hindi ka nagbabato ng kung saan-saan kasi on the most practical occasions, nandyan yung mga influencers. Target, Makati, BGC for influencers. That's my personal tip sa inyo. And then, age. Influencers, anong edad? Ano bang kadalasang age ng mga influencers? Ako, ang suggestion ko sa inyo is to target 18 to 30 years old. Bakit 18? Kasi ito yung mga kailangan pa ng service natin. Ito pa yung mga walang million views, yung mga hindi pa million subscribers. Ito yung may kailangan sa atin. 18 to 30 years old, that's my personal tip, again, for you when you run your ads. Gender, it's up to you. Are you targeting men or women? Ako personally, if I'm gonna target women. And another pro tip, don't ever put all in gender. Kasi sobrang kalat niyan kay Facebook when they do targeting. So the best option is always choose if you want to target man or a woman. Okay? And then another pro tip in selecting your target market, you have to create a customer avatar. Diba? Customer avatar is a representation of your target market. It includes yung basic characteristics. Yung sinabi ko kanina that I draw before I make my Facebook ads. Yes, I draw and I try to identify as much as possible anong mga gusto nito. Anong mga page ang nilalike niya, anong hobbies, anong interests. Kasi lahat yan nababasa ng Facebook. Okay? Ako, personally, lagi akong tinatamaan ng mga food ads. Kasi I always search for food, I always order online. That's why kung napansin nyo, the moment nag-search kayo sa Facebook, for example, ng iPhone, or nag-search kayo ng pagkain, immediately after, ang mga lalabas na ads sa newsfeed nyo ay puro pagkain or cellphone. Kasi that's part of the Facebook algorithm to feed you what you are consuming. Diba? So, medyo na ang galing ng Facebook on that part. And tayo, we have to maximize on that. Diba? As salesmen and women, dapat nating i-capitalize yun para makabenta tayo ng iAdvertise. Because again, the first step in marketing is knowing who the hell you are talking to. You can have all the best materials in the world, best marketing strategies, pero pag mali naman yung tinarget mo, mali yung kausap mo, walang mangyayari sa marketing strategy mo. So that's very important. Now, let's proceed to practical application. Ngayon, mag-stop ako ng share screen kasi I want to show you exactly how to do it. And I'm gonna do it on my own Facebook page. And personally, I'm gonna target influencers. Okay? So, I'm gonna stop the sharing of screen. Tapos, gagawin ko to live. So yan, right now, you are on my profile. Diba? Close ko muna yung mga ka-chat ko. Right now, you are in my profile, and I want to show you how to do it exactly. Go to Ad Center, and then it's loading. Fresh natin. So, choosing a goal, I want to get more messages. Diba? Yan, merong daily budget, but lahat yan, matututunan nyo. Okay? Pero sa ngayon, we're not gonna use that feature. We're gonna go directly to Facebook Ads Manager. Show more details in Ads Manager. So ngayon, makikita nyo lahat ng mga niraran kong ads. So skip natin yan. Oh my God. Now let's proceed to create ad. First step, again, is choosing your campaign objective. In choosing your campaign objective, you have to consider this. Messages, because that's what we want. We want to get messages from our target market. Press continue. First step, again, is now, campaign name. iAdvertise influencers. Now, I made a campaign name, and then the objective here is messages. Now, baba tayo, campaign budget optimization, of course. Optimizing your budget means that Facebook will not consume your daily budget, but rather, as much as possible, consume the lowest cost. Iiwasan ng Facebook na magamit yung buong daily budget nyo. So, ako ngayon, I'm gonna set the budget for this up to 300 pesos every day. And I want to run my ads all the time. Now, let's move forward to doing the ad set. Again, the ad set name is iAdvertise influencers. What is the call to action? Click to messenger, sponsored message. It's better to put click to messenger. And then start date is a November. Let's make it November 5 at exactly 12 a.m. And don't set an end date, because if your ad is successful and then you set an end date, kapag natapos yan, wala nang balikan. So sayang. Now, this is one of the most critical part. Creating your new audience. So, let's create. Gawa tayo ng bagong ng bagong audience. So first, identify yung location. Target natin is influencers. We're thinking influencers. So the best would be BGC. BGC. Because dyan nakakondo yung mga sikat na mga influencers na mga mayayaman. So yan yung gusto nating ma-capture. At tayo ng around 10 miles around BGC. No, taas masyado. Yan. And then age, we changed that to 18 to 30 years old. Maybe 35. 35 natin para may window naman para dun sa mga medyo nagkakaedad ng influencers. Nakaka-start lang. Now, ito na yung tricky part, the demographics. We add the demographics. So, ano ba? Anong characteristics ng mga influencers? Diba? So, first, women. I want to target girls. So, unang-una, their first characteristic siguro, I think, their job is a content creator. Job title, creator, ano pa ba? Content creator, influencer, influencers on Facebook, right? And then online marketing, influencer marketing, influencer. Maximize natin yung word na influencer. There's on Facebook, what else? Instagram, YouTube, diba? YouTube. As in YouTube, lifestyle, food, travel, oh, what else? Suggestion. Yeah, you can look at suggestions. YouTuber meron. Let's add it. Video blog, blogger, owner, full-time blogger, foodie, local food, eating, restaurants, travel and blogging, online food ordering, engaged shoppers, 'di ba? Ang dami niyong pwedeng kunin. Social media marketing, content specialist, 'di ba? When you look at it, oops, medyo nakuha natin yung kausap natin. Now, the next step after doing that is to save that audience. In iAdvertise, influencers. Once you save it, choose automatic placements para lalabas siya sa sa iba't ibang sites. So, pwede siyang lumabas bigla sa Instagram, pwedeng sa YouTube, pwedeng sa Facebook, pwedeng sa Messenger. So, Facebook nang mag-a-assess kung saan niya ipapadala yan. And then, press next. Now, isa din to sa mga pinaka-important parts kasi owner, full-time blogger, siya sa yan, okay? Facebook page, of course, iAdvertise. Solutions. Single image. So, anong picture ang pipiliin ko? 'Di ba? I think the best for influencers would definitely be, let's choose. There. If you're gonna look at the image, that's the image we use. Are you ready to be the next beauty and fashion icon? Pag nakita ng influencers yan, uy, pucha, pwede, gusto ko, message us. Now, hindi pa dyan natatapos, hindi lang sa picture, kasi you have to back it up with your primary text. Primary text is your caption. So, another pro tip in my experience in running ad, you call them out. Always. Hey there. Diba? Are they influencers, blogger? Hey there, superstar. Kasi that's what they want to be. They want to be a fashion icon, a superstar. So when you call them out, pag nabasa nila yan, oops, tinatawag ako. So ang tendency nila is magbasa. Now, dito, pag nag-caption ka, wag masyadong mahaba. Kasi ang makikita lang nila ay first 3 lines. If you want to make a name for yourself in the online world, partner with us and we will increase your social media numbers across Facebook and YouTube. And of course, our key selling proposition, organically. Now, if you're an influencer and you saw that, oh shit, pwede. Diba? Now, what's your headline gonna be? 100% guaranteed numbers. Or, pwede yan kasi ang magandang practice yan kapag may number. Kasi it's measurable, nakikita ng audience nyo. Mas madaling mag-entice. Pero ako, I'm gonna put that here in the headline because we already did that. So for the headline, ang naiisip kong mas magandang gawin is to put this. Today. Be the next fashion icon today. When they see today, there's an urgency. Oops, pwede. Pwede na pala akong maging fashion icon today or tomorrow, kaagad. So, nagbibigay ka ngayon ng sense of urgency sa kanila. Now, when you do that, you're being able to create this message na kung gusto mo makagawa ng pangalan, partner with us, palalakasin ka namin organically. Tapos magiging next fashion icon ka na today and 100% guaranteed numbers. Pucha, game, 'di ba? So the tendency is magme-message talaga sila. Now, that is one of the hardest steps kasi you have to do it trial and error. This works for me, but I don't know if it's gonna work for you. So it's trial and error. When you set your ad, give it 2 days. Look if it's working. If not, turn it off and then create another one. So that is my pro tip to all of you. Now let's publish this ad. Okay? So, ganun lang din siya kasimple. 'Di ba? When you run ads, it doesn't have to be super tricky. You just have to focus and key in on your objectives. Anong gusto mong mangyari? Sinong kausap mo? What do you want to achieve? And that's how it's gonna work. Ganun lang siya kasimple. And I hope you learned a lot kasi that is going to be one of your main drivers for leads. So sana nakinig kayo. And this is very important part. This is perhaps the most important part of our training program. So I hope that you are all safe. Let's wrap up this session. If you have questions, mag-comment lang kayo so I can answer. If you don't have, then okay lang. I think no problem naman. Okay, so since wala tayong masyadong question, sana na-gets nyo. And balikan nyo to. Itong video na to, it's gonna be uploaded on Facebook on the iWatch PH group. Balikan nyo to kapag naguguluhan kayo or meron kayong mga gustong aralin pa. may mga hindi kayo na-gets kaagad or akala nyo gets nyo na, nung binalikan nyo, magulo pala. So, check out nyo lang tong video na to ulit, and then for sure, makaka-reach kayo ng clients. And sana ma-apply nyo to, and I highly suggest ma-apply nyo to. Hindi kailangan super taas ng budget. Pwede kayong mag-budget ng 150 pesos daily to 300. Maganda na yung reach nun. So, next week, gusto ko mag-prepare tayo kasi medyo maganda ang topic natin next week. But next week, announce ko lang din that I won't be the host. I will not be the moderator. I will not be the host kasi ang magsa-start or ang tatapos ng 4-part iAdvertise training ay si Boss Rainer. Si Rainer Cadiz. Kasi the topic is about closing. Tinakal natin yung introduction, how to approach, and ngayon how to reach. Ngayon kay Rainer, you're gonna learn how to close these clients. So, that's all for today. Sana marami tayong natutunan and have a blessed week. Sana safe kayong lahat. Bye everyone!